this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with another bonus reading for you guys. You came in second with the most views for the first half of April, and I just wanted to do this thank you reading for you guys for all the love, the support, all of the wonderful email messages that you guys have sent me, the donations, the reading requests. My God, I feel the love and I appreciate it so very much, guys. So this is general as always. It won't resonate with every single Virgo out there, but I wanted to do a Tale of Two Lovers reading, which is something that I offer on my website. And so we're going to be tapping into where the divine masculine is at this time in his headspace, his heart space, as well as the divine feminine and where she's at in regard to this connection. So whichever side you identify with, the energies may be switched. So whatever resonates with you, whichever side, and however way it fits your situation. Okay, so hopefully you'll be able to tap into what comes through today. And let's get started, Virgo. All right. So here we go. So angels and spirit guides, starting off with the Mystic Moon Oracles deck and focusing first on the divine masculine. What's in his head and heart space in regard to this connection? Where is he at currently? And this is a timeless reading, guys. It doesn't have to be for April. Whenever you're guided to watch it, could be a year from now, it doesn't matter. If it resonates at that time, so be it. All right. Let's get going. All right, Virgo, divine masculine, whoever resonates with these messages or is in tune with the divine masculine energy, these messages are for you. So angels and spirit guides, what can you tell me for my Virgos for the divine masculine at this time? Whoa, he's going through a metamorphosis, guys. He's going through some changes. So this tells me that the divine masculine is working on himself. He's been through some challenges, I'm feeling, and he doesn't want to stay in that mode. You know, he wants so much for his life, and he's working very hard on himself, I'm feeling. I'm saying he, but, you know, it could be whoever is identifying with the divine masculine energy. Okay, guys? What else do we need to know? Wow, okay. Well, he is coming through with the victim card. And look at this, guys. A third-party situation. So my divine masculine was definitely a part of a third-party situation for whoever this is coming through for. And I'm feeling that my divine masculine had instigated this in some instances. Okay, the divine masculine was the person that instigated this third party, but at the end of that whole situation, he's the one that ended up getting hurt. He's the one that ended up being victimized or felt like he was a victim at the end of the day. So perhaps whoever it was that he reached out to connect with this divine feminine, she was already in a committed relationship, I'm feeling. And he interrupted the flow of her life. I'm feeling that she may have already been in a good connection. Some of them may have already been married. And he interrupted the flow of that relationship, interjected this third-party energy into that connection. And he's the one that got hurt. That is what I'm feeling here. And wow, it really hurt him, but I'm feeling for my divine masculine, he did not want to externally show how hurt he was, and he's tapping more into his emotions with this metamorphosis card. He's trying to come out of playing the victim in this scenario because ultimately he created this third party situation. Okay, that's for some of you, of course. It doesn't have to apply for all of my divine masculines. But that's just what I'm tapping into at this time. For some of my other divine masculines, you were involved in a third-party situation, but you did not instigate it. You didn't start it. You participated in it, but you were not ultimately the person that started the ball rolling in regard to this happening. Wow. Let's tap into our divine feminine. All right, so how does the divine feminine see this connection with the divine masculine? So bring it through for me, angels. Divine timing. My divine feminine is recognizing that timing is at play here in regard to this connection with this particular divine masculine. Let's tap into her energies further. What else do we need to know? What else do we know or need to know from the divine feminine, please? What is going to need time? Well, she's coming through with patience. She's trying to have patience. And really, when we're waiting for things to happen and knowing that ultimately it will take time for something to manifest in our lives, we have no choice but to have patience, because you can't rush the process. You cannot rush the process. Look at this bottom card here. Deception, okay? So I'm coming through for some of my divine feminines that she had to come through in her relationship, that she was being deceptive towards her partner, whoever it was that she was in connection with at the time of this third party. Because I'm feeling here that this wasn't purely on a physical connection that this third party had interjected itself into their lives. There were feelings involved here. So part of this deception from the divine feminine is that she had feelings for this divine masculine while she was already in a committed relationship. But these are two people I'm feeling in separation. The divine feminine is just trying to wait things out to really see how this whole situation plays out. I'm feeling for some of my divine feminines, you're still holding out for some sort of reconciliation, reconnection with this divine masculine, even though you're already connected in a relationship. Some of you are married, but your heart is torn. That's what I'm feeling here. A part of your heart is still thinking about this divine masculine that you are in a third-party situation with. Wow. Let's pull some tarot. So angels and spirit guides picking up off of the divine masculine and his perception of this connection with the divine feminine. What else do we need to know picking up off of the divine masculine's energy? Please bring it forward for me. All right. So what we know so far is that the divine masculine most likely instigated a third-party situation. The divine feminine participated in that third-party situation, but at the end of the day, it was my divine masculine that ended up getting hurt. So I'm feeling it. Even before I pull any further cards, intuitively I'm picking up here that my divine feminine ended the connection with the divine masculine, but there are still feelings here. Still feelings. So angels and spirit guides focusing on the divine masculine. What else do we need to know? Triumph and success coming through here with the Ace of Swords. And we do have the Three of Wands coming through here. We have a bottom of the deck card of Sacrifice, which is the Hanged Man coming through. Wow. Okay, so the divine masculine, he has not lost hope in wanting to reconnect with this divine feminine. He still wants her, regardless of the fact that there was a third party between the two of them. I say was because I'm feeling that that has ended, but the feelings have not. Ace of Swords is representative of power and victory and clarity in a situation. My divine masculine has had some sort of breakthrough in regard to how he is perceiving this whole situation with this divine feminine. Again, he's going through some changes. He's gaining clarity and breakthrough in regard to what's happened. And at the end of the day, when the dust has cleared, he still has love for her. He still has love for her. He still wants her. To me, this is representative of the two individuals here that want to come back into the 3D. I'm feeling this is a connection that is in the 5D at the moment. The Three of Wands, it offers us foresight in regard to this whole connection. This is someone that wants to come back into union with this divine feminine. He wants to come back into partnership with her. He wants to still have her around. He wants her back in his life. That is what I'm feeling here. He's trying to look ahead and how he can possibly manifest this relationship back into union. He's not thinking about the consequences. He's just knowing and feeling that he wants her. He wants a fresh start with his divine feminine. Wow. And this ultimately is the Hanged Man energy coming forward here. Surrender and self-sacrifice, letting go of what no longer serves him, but continuing to have faith that everything is going to work out okay. So he's trying to look at things from a new perspective, and that's part of his metamorphosis. And he is recognizing that he's coming out of a dark space now, okay? Because ultimately, remember, he was feeling victimized by this whole situation, especially I'm feeling when the divine feminine ended things with the divine masculine. I am feeling that it was the divine feminine that walked away from this connection. And when this third party relationship came to the surface, oh Lord, it created a tower moment. Very turbulent situation had ensued here, but that's in the past now. That's been dealt with. So my divine masculine is really wanting to regain his peace of mind, regain his sanity in this whole situation. And yes, he is purging and releasing what no longer serves him, okay? And part of what no longer serves him is feeling like he's a victim. Because at the end of the day, a lot of my divine masculines really started the ball rolling to manifest this third party. And it was actually the divine feminine that ended up being the victim in all of it. And she almost lost the relationship that she was in. Again, some of my divine feminines are married and in committed relationships still. But she's dealing with a torn heart because a part of her heart is directed towards the divine masculine. I'm feeling it. But the divine masculine, he wants to really make room to receive good things in his life now. He knows that karma will potentially bite him in the ass for his role in this third party situation. He's recognizing that. And so he's really wanting to change the direction of his life. He wants transformation in his life. He's gained a lot of wisdom from where this connection has gone. And he's grateful that it happened. He's grateful that he found this divine feminine, because at the end of the day, guys, they love each other. You guys love each other. But he knows that he cannot control the outcome of this situation, because there technically is still a third party here. And that is my divine feminine's partner that she's with. So my divine masculine, he's going through a period of transition and change. He is healing. He's slowly releasing what no longer serves him and leaving the past behind. He wants to problem solve whatever is no longer working in his life. He wants to get rid of that and kind of start a clean slate and move forward. And that is, yet again, part of his metamorphosis. Wow, so let's tap into the divine feminine. So angels, spirit guides, what is in the divine feminine's heart space and head space? What is she thinking and feeling in regard to this connection with the divine masculine? What is in her heart? What is in her thoughts? Okay, so our divine feminine, where is she at? Divine feminine energies, please, angels, bring it forward. Whoa. Love begins, Ace of Cups, guys. Compassion, intimacy, new feelings, I can't speak, intuitively knowing where her heart is. And I really feel that her heart, a part of her heart, is still focusing part of its energies towards this divine masculine. She still loves this person. Whoever is identifying with the divine feminine here, you still have love for this divine masculine, regardless of the fact that there was a third party, and there kind of still is, because I'm feeling, for my divine feminines tuning in here, I am heavily feeling that you are either married or you are in a committed relationship where you are not free to be with this divine masculine. And I realize this is such a specific reading coming through here, but that is what I am getting, guys. Some of you guys really need to hear this. Okay, what else for my divine feminine? What else is in her heart, her mind, in regard to this connection with the divine masculine? Please bring it forward, angels. What else is the divine feminine thinking and feeling? Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, we have the shadow card here. That's indicative of the moon. Not reading reversals, guys. This is the Eight of Wands coming through here. Wow. Well, now with the shadow card coming through here, guys, and that moon energy, okay, it's picking up off of the divine feminine's intuition. She's coming through with a little bit of confusion, and again, picking up off of deception, lunacy, delusion, lies, a deceptive course of affairs. So yeah, it's picking up off of the third party situation with the divine masculine, for sure. Her personal faith and ethics were tested when you guys connected. I am feeling that this divine feminine, she's still dreaming about this divine masculine. She still has fantasies and desires for this divine masculine, regardless of how toxic it may be for some of you. and out of place, because ultimately my divine feminine is already in a relationship. So she's afraid. She's afraid to really disclose what is in her heart because she can't. So she's trying to remain in this level of darkness, still really coming forward with some deceptive energy here. 2 cards on the divine feminine side dealing with some sort of deceptive energy, dark energy, because she cannot disclose that ultimately she wants to offer her cup of love to this divine masculine. She can't. Not unless she walks away from the relationship she's in now. And for some of you, you're married. So if you decide that you want to pursue a relationship with this divine masculine, then you need to end the relationship that you're currently in order to be free to explore this connection. And with the moon picking up off of hidden subconscious energies from the divine feminine, this represents her true emotions that she's unable to bring to the light, bring to the surface. It's a period of change for sure, and it's calling for her to take action and face her fears and walk through it anyway. But whoever is resonating with my divine feminine side, can you do it? Do you want to do it? Do you have it in you to take that first step and take a stand and walk towards this divine masculine? Walk out of the relationship that you're in at this time. So it's definitely picking up off of my divine feminine's anxiety and paranoia, but with the shadow card, it also has an illuminated side. Okay, so there is the light at the end of the tunnel with this card. But it's very difficult to think clearly when this card comes through. So I'm feeling for my divine feminine, she is a little bit confused as to what to do. So she has no choice but to exercise patience and wait for time to simply unfold how this is all going to play out. Whether she takes a stand or not, whether she takes a step to manifest union with her divine masculine. But I do ultimately feel that after a period of devastation and despair in regard to this whole situation, my divine feminine will once again come into success in regard to her romantic life. So whether that is with this divine masculine or with the person that she's with currently, only my divine feminine's tuning in, you will know. Everyone's got their own free will, and this could play out in so many directions. So I'm simply communicating, guys, the energies that are coming through from each side. Divine masculine loves the divine feminine, wants a fresh start. He's coming into clarity and a breakthrough in regard to how he sees this whole connection. He still wants to manifest union. My divine feminine has love for my divine masculine, but obviously can't divulge those feelings at this time. So she's still coming through with some very dark energies here. But with the Eight of Wands coming forward here from the divine feminine, accelerated motion, should she make a decision to head towards this divine masculine, once she does that, movement is inevitable, guys, and it's going to happen quickly. Movement and change is going to happen here. So it could go either way. Either my divine feminine decides, you know what, I love my divine masculine. That's it. I'm ending the relationship I'm in now so I can pursue a future with my divine masculine. Or on the other side of that coin, she decides, I've been with this person a long time. Some of you guys, again, are married. You've invested a huge chunk of your life with this person, and you're not willing to throw that away. And regardless of what decision you make for my divine feminines, it's going to put her back onto a successful path in her romantic life and life in general, really. It's going to put her on the path that she's meant to be on. But while she is in this dark energy, she's unable to make a move. Okay? So let's pull some romance angels, guys, and let's continue these messages for you, Virgo. So once again, focusing on the divine masculine and how he's feeling in regard to this connection with his divine feminine. So angels, focusing on the divine masculine's energies. What else do you need to tell us at this time for Virgo? So divine masculine, what is he thinking? What do we need to know? What else do we need to know from the divine masculine? Religious factors are coming through here. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. The divine masculine is truly feeling that he is on some sort of spiritual journey in regard to how he perceives this whole connection with his divine feminine. For some of my divine masculines, he feels that his divine feminine is a true blessing, that the divine feminine is someone that he's prayed for to come into his life, and he's not ready to let that go. And he's also praying for resolution here, for things to work out the way they're meant to, and he is ultimately hoping that it works out towards union. What else do we need to know, please, angels? It is safe for you to love. It's safe for the divine masculine to love this divine feminine because the love is mutual. But only once the divine feminine decides where it is that she wants to be and who it is that she wants to be with. He's not attached to anyone. He just knows that he loves this divine feminine. So from his standpoint, his heart's going to do what it's going to do. And he loves her. So he's completely open to loving her. That's all he knows. Wow. So for my divine feminine, what is in her heart and headspace for the divine masculine? Oh gosh. Codependency. Lord. So she's got deception, she's got the shadow card, and she's dealing with some sort of addictive behavior. Normally, you know, sometimes I'm picking up that someone's addicted to alcohol or drugs or some other way of numbing themselves to not feel what they really need to feel. I'm feeling for some of my divine feminines that is what you're doing. Not for all of you, of course. This could also be indicative of being obsessed with someone, codependent towards a connection, and I am feeling really that, you know, she is obsessed with this divine masculine. She's obsessed. It's almost like wanting something that you can't have. That type of obsession. What else do I need to know for the divine feminine? What else is she thinking? What else is she wanting in regard to this connection with the divine masculine? Bring it forward, please, angels. Yeah, she's very attracted. She's seriously attracted to this divine masculine. She wants him. She wants him, but she's not open to have him. Not at this time. It's coming through with that energy of like that forbidden fruit energy. And that ultimately is what created this third party situation. The sexual attraction between the divine masculine and divine feminine in this reading is ridiculous. I mean, it's so intense. I'm not surprised that it manifested into a third party situation. The attraction was off the charts. However inappropriate it was inevitable that these two people took it in the direction that it went. And it went beyond the physical. It tapped into their emotions, and that is when it interjected even a more difficult energy into this whole scenario, because love is involved here. It's no longer just a roll in the hay. It's no longer just sex. You know what I mean? It actually meant something to these two people. And two individuals that are spiritually connected. I'm feeling that here as well. A potential to ultimately be either twin flames or soulmates, regardless of how you guys met. That created this third party. Wow, you guys ended up falling in love and discovered that the connection was amazing. Wow. So I'm going to tap into some twin flame messages, guys. Okay, you don't have to identify with a twin flame connection. You may identify more with a soulmate or not even know what type of connection you're in. We are mostly tapping into the messages and not so much what the name of the card deck is. However, this, guys, for those of you who do readings, I highly recommend Mystic Moon. Her channel is wonderful. Angela from Mystic Moon created these decks. So she created the Twin Flame messages, and she also created the Mystic Moon oracles that I tapped into in the very beginning. And she's got other card decks as well, and I love them. They've really added to the diversity of my readings and have offered so much insight. So thank you, Angela, if you're watching. All right, guys, so let's tap into the divine masculine, his thoughts, what he's thinking, what is he feeling, words that he hasn't been able to express to his divine feminine. Okay, so this is in his thought processes. This is what's in his heart, in his head, that he hasn't been able to tell her. So angels, bring it forward. What is the divine masculine thinking and feeling? Lying was just easier for me than telling you the truth. Oh my gosh, we will be together again. And look at the bottom. You've been in my dreams. Holy crap. This divine masculine, he's kind of obsessed with this divine feminine as well. What I'm picking up from this is that he, at that time, during the third party situation, was trying to kind of play down his emotions, his feelings towards this divine feminine. Trying to play it cool, you know, like, I'm interested, but I'm not that interested. You know, I don't want you to think that I'm in love with you or anything. But he was. He sure was. And when that relationship ended, it was like the rug was pulled out from under him. It's like, oh, shit. I'm in love with her and I never told her. So yeah, he's still dreaming about her. He wants manifestation of a union. He wants it so badly. So badly. Okay, so divine feminine, What does she need to say to her divine masculine? To this divine masculine? What does she need to say? What does she want to say but hasn't been able to express? Please bring it forward. For this divine feminine, please, angels. Divine feminine, bring it forward, please. What do you need to say? You inspire me. I can't handle your words right now. Oh, look at the bottom. Okay, no other compares to you. I think that came through for Libra as well. You guys are ultimately the only two signs that I'm doing bonus readings for this time around. Actually, you guys ended up getting the bonus cards from March as well because you guys had the most views out of all the videos that I posted, guys. So thank you once again. The divine masculine inspires the divine feminine. She so admires him. There's so much that draws her to him. Perhaps he is an artist. Perhaps he has certain skills or a particular charisma or something about his personality that just draws her to him like a magnet. And she's so inspired by his presence. And I can't handle your words right now. Maybe when he was lying to her about playing down his feelings, that hurt her. Perhaps she thought, you know, we have this great connection. I'm falling in love with you. Don't you love me too? And maybe he played it down and said, you know what, let's just be friends. Or, nah, I'm cool. You know, I'm good. No, he ain't. He misses her. He wants her back. And she knows that no other compares to this divine masculine. She knows it. And so she's obsessed. She's obsessed with this divine masculine, regardless of the fact for some of my divine feminines, you're already married and in a committed relationship. So you have to decide, who is it ultimately that's going to get your cup of love? Is it this divine masculine who ultimately has your heart? Or is it the person that you are in a relationship with that you're simply going through the motions of being in a relationship with? Who is it going to be? You need to get out of this shadow. Get out of the shadow and find enlightenment in regard to the situation. Come into the light. Get out of that darkness. Get out of this deceptive energy. Make a choice, divine feminine. Because once you do, you'll find happiness, okay? You just need to take a stand. And once you do, things are going to be moving really quickly. I already ultimately know the direction that you want to go, but you need to take that first step for yourself. You know the direction that you want to go, divine feminine. You know it. I know it. And so does your divine masculine. But someone has to take that first step. So, who's it going to be? Is it going to be the divine masculine? Or is it going to be the divine feminine? The only way to bring this relationship into union, guys, into the 3D, is for someone to take a step forward and to declare once and for all the love that you have for this person. It has to come out into the open in order for this to manifest itself in the 3D and away from any sort of third-party dark energy. You guys will not manifest a connection on a solid foundation with that type of energy. regardless of how much you love each other, regardless of the soulmate and or twin flame connection. The Tower card is not here, but that's what's going to come down, guys. It's going to crumble. It's going to crash down onto this relationship if it's not handled properly and righteously this time around. Wow. I'm going to leave that right there, guys. So I am going to add some final thoughts to this reading with some whispers of healing messages. It's a brand new deck that I received, which is sort of like the sister deck to the Whispers of Love cards that I normally end my readings with. But I really love this deck as well. So let's grab some final thoughts for you, Virgo. So whoever tunes into these final thoughts, whether it's my divine masculine or feminine, let's see what comes through. So divine masculine, let's see. Let's see, some healing thoughts here. Healing thoughts, please. Angels. For the divine masculine, what do we have? Yeah, he's got barriers that he has to go through. He definitely has some obstacles here, guys, because my divine feminine, she's attached. Most likely, whoever is tuning into this reading, the divine feminine is already in a committed relationship. That doesn't mean she's happy in that committed relationship, but she is in a committed relationship. She's not free to entertain this connection with this divine masculine. So again, for this to manifest, these barriers have got to be removed. That has to be removed. Okay, a message please for my divine feminine. A divine feminine final thought, please, angels. All right. What do we have? Vibration. This kind of makes sense for the divine feminine because whatever vibrations she puts out into the universe, it's what she is going to ultimately attract. If she's focused on continuing this deceptive energy, she's not going to be able to manifest a healthy reconciliation with this divine masculine. It's just not going to happen, guys. But if she's truly coming forward with this Ace of Cups type vibration and wanting to be honest and open about giving her heart to the person that she ultimately loves, then the vibration that she's putting out there is love. And so love will find her. Wow. So it really boils down to the types of energies that my divine feminine puts out there. That is what you will manifest ultimately in regard to this connection and in your life. Okay, so lastly, let's pull some guardian angel cards to close out your reading. Oh, I'm not done. Close out your reading, Virgo. Okay, some last final thoughts here. Okay, what do we have? We've got 3 cards coming through. Okay, so we have a prayer to start off with. Dear guardian angel, help me to be flexible in my attitudes and beliefs. Help me not to fear the transient nature of life. Help me to remember the eternal light which emanates from my soul, and the eternal light which emanates from the heart of every living thing. Help me to remember that I am eternally guided and loved by God and all creation. I really feel that my divine feminines really needed to hear this, because this is really talking about coming into the light of a situation. And I'm feeling my divine feminines are dealing with a lot of dark energy at this time. Okay, we've got the moon, we've got codependency, we've got deception still following her around. So this prayer is blessing her to finally recognize that eternal light that is exuding from her soul, so that she can deal with this situation honestly and openly and really put it to the right path, the path that it's meant to be on, away from any third-party attachments. Okay? The other card that came through is breakthrough. How many beautiful heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. Oh my gosh. A breakthrough from the shadows? Can that be any more clear, guys? Wow. This is talking about coming out of the shadows. And that's pretty much what I was saying that the divine feminine needs to do in order for this situation to resolve itself in a healthy way. Wow. And your final card, Virgo, we end it with love. Negative thoughts and feelings are sabotaging your pursuit of happiness. We, your angels, are here to help you heal. Allow our healing light to flow through your heart. Consciously infuse each negative thought or feeling with love and light. Feel both your heart and mind aligning to your soul's sacred purpose, and unleash your divine potential through the power of love. My God. This truly is dedicated to both my divine masculine and my divine feminine. I really feel, guys, whoever is tuning into this reading, you really needed to hear this. Love is so healing, okay? And ultimately, this is what you share with this person. But should a reconciliation happen, it cannot move forward with any sort of third-party energy coming along with it. It cannot move forward with any sort of deceptive energy. It cannot move forward by being in the shadows. Okay? So tackle this whole situation, guys, from your heart and only through love. So I will end it right there for you, Virgo. Lots for you guys to take in, lots for you to think about here. But ultimately, you have the opportunity for real happiness here. It just depends on how you both handle the situation, and whoever takes that first step to bring this relationship back into union, if ultimately that is what you both want. But you know that it can't move forward in the way that you guys started off to begin with. Okay? So treat this whole situation with love, guys, and you can't go wrong. All right, Virgo. Thank you so much, guys, for all the love and support, the donations, the reading requests, all the likes, subscribes for the videos that I've posted. Virgos and Libras have really represented since March. You guys have really come through for me, and I truly, truly appreciate it. If you're interested, guys, I'm going live this evening. I'm here in Los Angeles, so Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. It's going to be my first live stream, so please have patience as we work out the kinks, should any of them arise. I've already been told that I wasn't able to activate Super Chat because apparently that takes about a month to get approved, so that's okay. That's not why I'm doing this live readings for you guys. I really just wanted to thank those of you who have supported me on my channel and my journey here on YouTube. So thank you so very much, Virgo, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.